And now the Hansons and Hiatus podcast with Nate and Alexis.
Happy Friday, fuckers. It is episode 175 of the Hansons on Hiatus podcast. I'm your host, Nate. This is my wife, Alexis.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
And don't forget to support the podcast. buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on Hiatus. You can buy us some virtual beers.
And we will happily drink them.
I will chug them as usual because it's fucking Friday.
It's Friday. Woo!
Hansonsonhiatus.com. We got the links to the merch shop. We got the links to like all the podcasts and social media accounts, and we got the merch shop there and all kinds of stuff. But you can also become we can become a monthly fucky supporter. You can be a little fucky for $1 a month. You can be a medium fucky for $5 a month, or you can be a big old fucky for $10 a month.
And we love all our fuckies, paid and free.
And we want to thank some of our paid fuckies. We want to thank our newest fucky, Vanessa. Thank you so much. She is a new fucky. Welcome to the fucky crew. And we got Brandon, Jen, Crazy Mark, Russ G, Adam K, Doug T, Justin, Jose, Sydney, Luis, Manny, Spandex Thor, Brian P, Antonio, Chrissy, Christina, Stephanie, Kimberly, Tom, Miss Nikki D, Melissa, Eric, Lindsay, Jasmine, Jorge, Stephanie, Andrea, Brittany, Jackson, Jared, and Samantha. Thank you so much.
Woo, we appreciate all of you. Mucho. Thank you, Vanessa. Woo.
Thank you. Yes. And as usual, like, follow, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus.
We be there.
All right. Let's get to a couple of the comments from last episode.
Okay, sounds good to me. Let's see here. This is shoot. I can't make it Friday with a little sad face, and that's from our girl Kim.
Yeah, that was when last Friday we did kind of a listener meetup at Three Taverns Brewery, but then it turned into like a birthday celebration, which I didn't realize. So it was a surprise, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, no worries, Kim. I'm trying to, when I come back, do an event or, like a meetup every time, but like in a little different area, like we usually do it at Pontoon. This one we did at in Decatur at Three Taverns. And I think it was Kim that messaged me and saying, "Oh, it's close to my house, but I'm not going to be able to make it," or somebody did. So yeah, we'll try to keep it moving around every time we come back.
I gotcha. Well, also, Kim sent a little message and sent you 5 birthday beers. We want to say thank you so much. She said, happy belated 4th of July to you guys. Happy first birthday to K Monito. And a big happy 43rd birthday to you, Nate. Cheers, fuckers.
Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate that. I will definitely chug these beers. And I might split them with you, babe. You can have some.
Oh, thank you so much. Maybe K Monito can have a little one.
You can have the half. You can have half a beer.
Just a little. And then also from our newest fucky, Vanessa, and our girl, she also sent you 5 birthday beers and said, happy birthday, Nate. Cheers, fuckers.
Thank you, Vanessa. I appreciate it. It was good to see you the last weekend. And like I said, we'll get into that a little bit later. But and I also want to thank Lindsay Marie, who is letting me use her studio. This is the last this is our last remote episode where we're not in the same room together. So
I like when we're together.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit easier. But yeah, she's been letting me use her board and her microphone while I've been here in Atlanta for this for the World Cup. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Lindsay. We appreciate you. Mucho.
And I want to let you guys know about another podcast that's been on my radar. You should listen to the Blue Collar Shit podcast with Crazy Mark and Josh Gibbs. It is also on Spotify, and they're friends of the show. They're also friends with the Daily Dose podcast, and we're not all like on a network or anything like that, but we're all friends, and we like to support each other in our podcast endeavors. So definitely listen to the guys on Spotify. Their episodes are similar to ours. They're like 35, 45 minutes, and they talk about blue collar shit, and just they're just some funny guys. So make sure you listen there. Also, you can follow Mark on Instagram, Mark0376. And as a friend, Mark, I would suggest maybe updating your Instagram to something like Crazy Mark, blue collar or something like that.
I was like, that's his only Instagram handle. He needs like a. It sounds like a Hotmail, like Mark0376.
Yeah, like when you create like an anonymous one. But yeah, super funny guys. So yeah, check out Blue Collar Shit Podcast on Spotify.
I love the name too. That's great.
I know, right? It's funny, and they got a good logo too. But yeah, they're good guys. So, but yeah, let's get into what we've been up to.
Oh my God, you've been way busier than we have here.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, it's been a day. Well, or a week, or been a month. I don't even know. How long have I been here?
It's been a month. Yeah. People keep asking me here, oh, is Nate back? When did Nate get back? I'm like, he's still not back. Monday.
Yeah. So last Thursday, I was over here at Lindsay Marie's place with her husband Patrick, and we decided usually after I record these episodes, the kids get off or out of daycare or whatever, and then we take them over to Six Bridges Brewery, and this one is in their Crab Apple location. So we just go hang out there, and then I was last minute. I had to edit the podcast there at the brewery last minute. Steve and Donna, who I'm staying with here in Atlanta, or in Roswell, I guess. They were going to the Doobie Brothers and Santana concert.
Ooh.
And they invited me, but I wasn't sure if I was going to go because I wanted to make sure I got the podcast done and everything like that. So I get it done, and I'm like, okay, I'm going. So I leave Six Bridges. I buy a ticket on the way. I get it for like $21, I think.
Ooh, very
Yeah,
nice.
it was great. But yeah, so Doobie Brothers open. I don't know. Some people were surprised at that, but I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Who do you think is bigger, Santana or Doobie Brothers?
I mean, hands down, Santana. Everyone has heard of Santana. Not everyone has heard of the Doobie Brothers. And I know there's a lot of Doobie Brothers fans. As I say that, my mom's probably like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But it's a different, Santana's like international. I don't think the Doobie Brothers are, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, see, I don't know because my first thought was, yeah, Santana bigger or, should be headlining, I guess.
Yeah.
But then if you think about it, like I feel like the Doobie Brothers have maybe more songs that are more mainstream or like kind of known songs. Cuz Santana, like, what songs are kind of like known songs? Black Magic Woman, Smooth, but that Smooth song is with Rob Thomas.
Yeah.
So I don't even consider that and it came out later before after. But yeah, I don't know a lot of names of the Santana songs. So yeah, I don't know. But I know like a lot of the older generation, even though they grew up with Santana as well, love the Doobie Brothers, and they're like, oh no, Doobie Brothers should be it hands down. And that's what I was getting at is my friend Steve, when we were there at the concert, he's like, I don't feel right listening to the Doobie Brothers in the daylight. Because the concert started at like 7:30 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get dark. It gets dark so late here right now. Like it doesn't get dark until almost 9 p.m. So it's like 8:30 and I haven't eaten dinner, or 8:39 and I haven't eaten dinner yet because it just feels like it's 6:30, 7 o'clock or something. But yeah, he's like, man, you can't listen to that fucking Doobie Brothers in the day with a blunt. Like it feels weird. And that was the problem, is like it was too bright there, and then also we were trying to smoke. We're sitting in the lawn, fucking Doobie Brothers, you gotta smoke a doobie. And so we brought some doobies, and we're surrounded by children. I was like, who brought all their kids to the fucking Doobie Brothers? I'm trying to enjoy myself. But like, what do you think? Is it okay to like do things in an adult situation even if there's kids around?
I mean, if you're bringing your kids to the lawn to a Doobie Brothers Santana concert, I think you should probably assume there's going to be a lot of drinking. There's going to be some smoking. There's going to be craziness going on. So bring your children at your own, whatever you want to say.
At your own risk, right? Yeah, and Steve was telling me about some other concert he went to. He had this similar situation, and he was like, "I had the worst. They ruined it because I didn't get to smoke the whole time or whatever." And I almost am like subscribed to the thought like that. Yeah, like if you bring your kids to a concert in the lawn, especially if it's like maybe a certain type of band or rapper or whatever, sorry, it's like you can't bring your kids to a brewery or bar and then tell me not to drink. It's like
Exactly.
you brought your kids to an adult situation. If they smell a little devil's lettuce, that's on you, buddy. You're gonna have to deal with that.
Exactly. It's like our guests in Tulum that bring infants, and then they're shocked that people were half naked at the beach club. And
Yes,
it's like,
just
hello?
like that. Yeah, like what the heck? But yeah, so we did Doobie Brothers, and then Santana was the headliner. I think I've seen Santana before. I know you just saw him last year.
Maybe 2 years ago. Was it last year I went for my dad's birthday? I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, it
How
was
old
like
is
his
he?
70th. I think he's 72 now.
Yeah, so probably 2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't realize it's like a fucking trippy ass show. I mean, like I knew he just jams. He's a guitar, legend.
Yeah.
But I had eaten a weed gummy, and then we bust out a blunt. We're smoking a blunt. I was like too high, like one of those ones where you're almost like, how do I get out of here if I start freaking out, like that kind of high? Because I'm
Wow.
standing. Well, and I would have been fine if I was just on the couch at home or something, but I mean, his show is very psychedelic. I mean, he just does just jamming on the guitar, and then like the background is all like, like all trippy and like kind of disc or 70s type.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I was starting to freak out a little bit, but now I know it is a good, like, it's almost like what's the band that our friend Jackie always goes to?
Oh, like Fish or
Humphreys, or maybe it's Fish. Maybe I'm thinking of Fish.
Fish. Yeah,
Or Widespread Panic, or whatever. All those like kind of jam bands. Like
yeah.
I didn't realize that was what Santana was, but I mean, he was great, but he's not. Maybe he was a little messed up or just getting older. But like when he was talking to the crowd, it made like he just didn't make any sense. He was trying to say like, hey, look, his message was like, hey, let's like forget about politics and just love each other type of thing or whatever. But just what he was saying, it was like, my stapler, like it just it just wasn't right. It wasn't all there, and I kind of felt like they kind of prop him up a little bit. Like they just
Yep.
sit him on the stool and he just jams, and then there's the band and everybody claps and sings, and they kind of take over the showmanship part because since he's getting up there in age, right?
I mean, I will say the same thing. When we saw him a couple years ago, they were, everyone else is moving around a lot. He's kind of just standing there in one spot or sitting there. And it was trippy
Mhm.
as well. But I remember my dad looking at me and he's like, what the heck? He's like sitting down the whole time as my dad was sitting down. I'm like, because he's old now. Like he needs to
Yeah, like what do you
sit down.
want him to do?
He's still fucking, jamming out all his songs, this and that. But I did look up on chat. Santana has way more accolades than the Doobie Brothers. That he has way more hits. He's been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame since 1998. Doobie Brothers got inducted in 2020. Santana has 10 Grammy Awards. Doobie Brothers only have 4.
Oh wow.
So he's a much bigger.
Yeah, and I'm not doubting like awards and stuff. I'm thinking more just like known songs. Like
True.
me personally, like I can only name 2 Santana songs off the top of my head, I guess.
They're saying the biggest hits are like Smooth, Maria Maria,
Oh
Black
yeah, Maria.
Woman,
Yeah. Okay, so 3.
Oi Como Va, Oi
Oh
Como
yeah, I do know that one. Yeah, and I did sing that one too.
Evil Ways. There's a lot I don't know,
True.
but I bet if we heard them, we'd be like, oh yeah, oh I didn't know that was Santana.
What about Doobie Brothers? What are their hits?
Doobie Brothers says their biggest hits are Listen to the Music,
Mhm.
Long Train Running,
Listen to the music.
China Grove, What a Fool Believes. Oh, Blackwater. I know that one. Taking It
Mhm.
to the Streets. Those are their biggest hits.
To the street.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
also Santana performed in 1996 at Woodstock. Doobie Brothers did that.
At 96?
96, yeah. Or
Okay, that wasn't the good one.
69, I'm sorry.
Oh, 69, okay.
1969.
Yeah, okay, well, that was the good one then. You
Yeah.
get that. But,
And for
but
some
anyway,
reason it shows global recognition. He gets 5 stars and Doobie Brothers gets 4. So I don't know what that means.
yeah. But anyway, it was a great concert. It's at a Marispank Amphitheater, one of our old stomping grounds.
It's great.
And afterwards we went to Waffle House. So it was a nice little Thursday.
Very nice.
And then Friday, I decided to go do my chug on the hooch at our old apartment complex, our dock there on the river.
Yeah, the lodge. I miss that place so much.
I know, I do too. It looks pretty much the same. I mean, it looks nice. I wanted to go swim in the pool, but yeah, so I did that there. And then my buddy Frank that we talked about before, he was one of the guys that I went to Egypt with, and I did my Europe backpacking trip with and everything. We've been friends. I didn't realize, look, we've been friends for like, I think when I was introducing him to some of our other friends, he's like, oh yeah, we've known each other for like 20 years. And in my head, I'm like, no, we haven't. And then I saw some time hop or memories things on my Facebook the other day, and we were going to pub crawls like 16, 17 years ago and shit. And I was like, fuck, maybe we have known each other 20 years. How did we get so old? What happened?
Oh my God. I would say you would have to because you knew Frank before me and we've known each other for like 14 years. So you probably known him for a little longer.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, because I think we probably met in like 2008. So that's what, 18 years, right?
Yeah.
Because it's
15 years. Yeah. Almost about
yeah,
20. Good
yeah,
job. I did do the
yeah.
math.
But so my buddy Frank and I were at Oak Street Bottle Shop on Friday, and we had a listener meetup that was at 3 Taverns in Decatur. So we had to get down there, and Crazy Mark shoots me a message and he says, "Hey, bro," he's he doesn't drink. He's like, "Hey, if you need a ride, down to the meetup, let me know." He's like, "I'll pick you up." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, that sounds great." So he came over to Roswell, picked us up at Oak Street Bottle Shop. And I guess I should have told him that there was 2 of us. I didn't really think about it because I'm like, oh, he's coming in a car by himself. So there, of course, will be a room for, another person. No, it was the tiniest truck I've ever seen. So
Oh,
yeah, so I had to sit in the middle and I had to like straddle the stick shift.
You're gonna have to shift, bro. I don't know how to do that. You do. I'll do it, and then you.
Oh my god.
So it's like between my legs, like, and it's in my crotch. So yeah, he was like shifting. And it's like, it's like hit me in the balls.
No, Sean, go flick this.
And the other thing was I had to put my arm around Crazy Mark because he couldn't shift with my arm there. So I had to put it around there. So it's like, all 3 of us are just squished in this little truck. So we got real comfortable. I mean, like clown car comfortable.
Good thing I got good tires. Hi, Nate. Hey. What's up, Crazy Mark? Why is you running? Wait, I got a job. What is going on here, Nate? I think I'm pregnant now.
Have you ever seen the movie 3 Guys, 1 Truck? Because that was us.
Oh my god, so gross.
Yeah, but that was super nice. Thank you, Crazy Mark. It was super, really, really nice of you to come do that. It was awesome.
That is so nice. Oh my goodness. I love was Frank freaking out?
Oh yeah, he was. I mean, not like freaking out, but he was like, "Bro, what are we doing? I can get an Uber or whatever." I was like, "No, man, like we just got to squeeze in for like 45 minutes." But yeah, it was
45 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't like we're going on like a 6-hour car trip or anything.
Yeah, 45 minutes still isn't a quick, 10 minutes, 20 minutes down the road. 45 minutes squished like that, very close to your junk, I guess.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, and I'm pregnant.
I wonder, I know our audience will get the 3 guys, 1 truck, but how old is that video? What was it? 2 girls, 1 cup?
Yeah.
I remember living in Florida. I didn't even know you yet when that whole situation happened. So like, it's so long ago. Is it still relevant?
I think it is. I think it's like, this is how I would attribute it. It's like TV shows when our parents were kids. Because you know how like every fucking boomer knows, Howdy Doody and, I Love Lucy or whatever, because there weren't a lot of options. So those shows really stood out. And I feel like that's the same thing with the internet is everybody knows Charlie Bit My Finger and, Mr. Balloon Hands. What is it? What's the Mr. Balloon Hands? That one. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, and then the 2 girls, 1 cup and everything. There were so few viral moments that I think they really stuck with people, or, chocolate rain, like all these viral, videos or vines or whatever. There were so few of them at the time that they really stuck out and they stuck with people and they became famous. But now videos go viral and then boom, they're gone in a day. And then there's the next viral moment and then the next one. So now same thing with like TV shows. There's so many TV shows out there. There's not I mean, obviously like ones become popular, but then they're gone. Like Walking Dead was everywhere, and then it was like poof, and it was gone because it just got played out, and then everybody started doing zombie stuff or whatever.
That's true.
So I think people know it. I mean, maybe the younger kids might have had to look it up, but people that were around, they know.
They know. I'm still 42 and I'm still traumatized.
Yeah. Well, so we went to 3 taverns. So we're doing a little meetup, and Tara was the one who reached from. She helps out with the Daily Dose podcast, and she reached out and she's like, "Hey, we're thinking about getting a couple people together at 3 taverns, and just having some beers." And I was like, oh yeah, that's great. So I'm like promoting it and stuff because I was like, oh cool, she's like organizing a listener meetup for me. This is fantastic.
That's great. Very helpful.
And I get there and there's like a good group of people, listeners from, back in the radio days and our podcast and, Brandon's podcast and everything. And they all met up there and it was like a surprise birthday party and they had made me a cake.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. Tara got the cake and they all sang to me and, everybody was super awesome, giving me beers and, whatever. But it was a really good time to, meet up. We have a really good group of, listeners / friends in Atlanta.
I think all of your listeners from the radio station are friends now.
Yeah.
We've gained a lot of friends that way because it's a lot of good people, and that's so sweet of Tara. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Great.
And Nikki showed up. Nikki D.
Of course, your girl wouldn't miss it.
I know, that was nice. That was so nice of her. And Brandon was there, and just like everybody. And obviously, my buddy Frank came with because he was riding, right nut in this little tiny truck that we had. But it was a good time. And then we did a little group chug at the end. Like we didn't do like a whole. I was gonna do I usually do like to do my Friday, beer chugs in harmony at like the meetup, but we weren't meeting up till like 8 p.m. So I was like, I kind of wanted to get my video done because it's hard for me to talk or like edit it and talk to people at the same time. So I did my video on the hooch earlier, like I said, and promoted the thing. So it was kind of funny. I was like promoting my own surprise birthday party.
You didn't even know. That's
great. I didn't. Yeah, it was super nice. But that was really fun. That was Friday. And we did a little group chug. We just said happy Friday, fuckers, and we all chugged. And then Saturday I was like, I want to shoot the hooch at least once while I'm here. So our friends Adam and Heather came up from I don't know, I think they live in Perry, Georgia, technically, but it's like Warner Robins area. And Frank, it was nice because they both stayed at the same hotel because since they were coming up for the weekend from near Warner Robins, and then Frank was up. I didn't even finish talking about Frank. Frank flew his own plane into Atlanta.
So cool that he is a pilot now. Very cool.
Yeah, he has his pilot's license. So he landed in what's it called? DK something. It's like the Decatur, like small airport, like municipal airport or whatever. So he flew in there. So I picked him up from there, and then we went back. That's when we went back to Oak Street. But anyway, so like Frank is. What's that?
To be like, hey, airport, I'm just letting you know I'm scheduled to come in today, and I'm in Florida now.
Yeah, no, he said it's pretty. Like you got to pay like some airport fees, but like you pay like $40 for just a day to keep your plane there, basically, and they take care of it.
That's cheaper than parking.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, no kidding. But so it was really nice that since they were both staying in Atlanta or in our area and OTP and up to the north, they were asking where to stay, and I was like, well, stay as close to the concert as possible because we're going to another concert on Saturday. And so Adam and Heather booked a hotel, and then I told Frank, I was like, why don't you just stay there? So then it's easy to like pick people up or whatever. And so after the Friday event, he just rode back to the hotel with them. And so it was nice that I didn't have to go and drop 2 different people off or anything like that. So that was cool. So they're staying at the same hotel. So in the morning, we were planning on going to being at 10. And truth be told, we were a little hungover from Friday.
I'm sure.
So Adam messages and says, hey, can we do 10:30? And I didn't feel terrible, but I was like, 10:30 should be fine. The concert that we were going to on Saturday wasn't until 7:30. So I was like, 10:30 to 7. Well, we should be totally fine. So we get there at 10:30, and so Adam is in the Air Force, or was. I know we talked about this, but he works for the government, but he's not like in the military now. So he like works at the base, but he's like, I'm not like in the military, but I work for the government, if that makes sense.
All right. Working for
but he was stationed in like Japan for like 14 years or something, or 18 years and he was worked on airplanes and stuff. So, and Frank is a pilot. So they're both super, they're talking shop about airplanes and everything. But they're really into weather. And so we get on the river, and they're both looking at their weather apps and like, oh, this doesn't look good. And then they're talking about the clouds. They're like, oh, do you see that hibiscus cloud? It looks like it's ruffling its feathers right now or something, like I don't know what they're talking about. And so and you know how the river works. Like we usually drop in at Island Ford and then we go all the way down to like Azalea.
Yeah.
And the first half of it is all rocks, like, so it's kind of fun. You're like zipping through the rocks and everything. And then where we usually stop at that sandbar.
Yeah. Have a little snack.
Yeah, we got some snacks and everything. So we're almost there. We're right before that last rocky area. And we're almost there. And we feel this like cool breeze coming across, like coming up the river. And they're both like, oh, that's not good. And I was like, oh no. And we're just kind of like almost to those rocks. And it just goes goosh. And it just starts downpouring. And so like that was I think we talked about it. I don't know if we talked about the podcast or somebody I was talking to. I've only been caught in the rain one time tubing in like 8 years. And this is the second time. And like there was nothing we could do. We're just like, like it was freezing because it's cloudy and the rain is cold and the water is cold. And it was a clusterfuck.
Oh no, of course.
Yeah. And then we avoided most of it for the rest of the river. And even when we got to my place, Frank was like, should we get out? And I was like, no, we're gonna be fine. And it took us almost like 2.5 hours just to get to our place. Like we had a decent current, but it wasn't like super quick. And I always tell people, I was like, it can take 90 minutes, it can take 4 hours. It just depends on how fast the flow is,
Yeah. Fast flow or slow flow?
It was so we avoided the rain, but then the sun would come out. And when we got off the river, I was so sunburnt because when we got poured on, it rinsed all of my sunscreen off. And I didn't bring it with me to like reapply or anything. But when it rained one other time, and we almost were to Roswell Road, the bridge going underneath it, and it started raining again. And so we like paddled our asses off and we got underneath the bridge, and we were like, 4 people long. So we're like, like a line of tubes, and we just wrapped around one of those pylons to like hold ourselves, because the current's taking you down the river. So we're under there, and there was a guy with a boat and a dog under there. And yeah, so we hung out there for like a couple minutes.
Everybody's hiding under the bridge.
Yeah. And we're past Roswell Road, and we're just on that last stretch, but there's like not a lot of current there. So I got out and I pulled us the rest of the way, because by this time, so concert's at 7:30, we're planning on meeting up with some people in Alpharetta at like 5:30. And we're like, holy shit, it's like 4:30 right now. And so I was like, we were like, we're gonna have plenty of time. We're gonna go to El Zarape and get some food, and then we'll go back to the hotel and shower and da. I was like, oh fuck, we gotta get off this river. So I bust ass and I'm like pulling, all of us out of there. But yeah, super sunburnt. So we just parted ways there because they were going back to the hotel to get ready. I was gonna go to Steve and Donna's. So they go back to change, and I rush back. I change and to shower in like 5 minutes. I get up to Currahee Brewing in Alpharetta and meet Patrick and Lindsay there. And then also our friend Stephanie that we know from Mexico, who lives now back in Johns Creek, I think, right?
Hey, Steph. Yeah, she's back in Johns Creek.
She came and met up.
That's great.
And finally, Adam and Heather messaged me, and they're like, hey, have you heard from Frank? We can't get a hold of him. And I was like, oh no, what happened? So I'm calling him, and I was like, yeah, just go, guys. Like I assumed he passed out. He probably went and, was like, I'm just gonna lay down and just, shut his eyes and was done. So they came and met up, and Frank was still MIA. And so we're like, all right, well, we're just gonna go to the concert then. So we get some food, we go over to Truck and Tap, we got food there. Then we head out to the concert, and we get there. And Frank calls, and he's like, dude, I'm so sorry. I laid down, I closed my eyes for 2 seconds, and I passed out. He's like, old man mistake. I'm so sorry. I was like, no, bro, it's cool. We're all fucking old men.
So you gotta just take a little rest, a little catch.
Yeah, exactly. So we get there, and I didn't even say what concert we're going to. So we went to Train and Bare Naked Ladies. And this was kind of like my birthday was on Wednesday. So this was last weekend. So it was kind of, Wednesday is like, so that was kind of what we did for my birthday somewhat. It's like, we're going to the river and the concert.
That sounds great. Great birthday.
Bare Naked Ladies was great. They were such a fun show. I did not know that they sing I was going to say the national anthem, the theme song to Big Bang Theory. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that either.
Yeah. I had no idea. But obviously once it came on, then I was like, oh, that makes sense. It does sound very similar.
I knew this.
Yeah, so that Frank showed up. Train was great. And I was telling Frank about. I don't know if do you remember that the last time we saw Train?
Many years ago, and like, where were we? North Carolina?
Yeah, Charlotte.
Yeah.
We went with Frank and his ex-wife to Charlotte, North Carolina. I think it was like 2017, 2018.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, I think it was then.
Probably 2018.
Yeah, and so we gone to some. We met up there. We went to some breweries, and then we were going to the Goo Goo Dolls and Train. And I think we were doing that was like the era of like keto, my keto diets, and Frank started getting dizzy and had like him and Stephanie had to go back to the hotel because I don't think he ate enough, and we were drinking beers, and then at the concert or whatever. So he was like, "Oh my God, I totally forgot about that." So I was like, "This is great, bro. Like you're seeing Train for the second time for my birthday for real this time. You might remember it."
For real, yeah, probably like the first time.
Yeah. But so we got lawn seats, but what I did is I bought a seat in like, the 100 section or whatever it is, not like the down below, but like the first level of seats.
Oh, very nice.
And just because I think for this one, the lawn seats were $40, $41.
Wow.
But and by the way, StubHub and Ticketmaster now put the fees in the price of the ticket.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. So it's just like Airbnb was started doing, so like when you see the price, it's not like, oh, it's also now another $90 because of all the fees.
Yeah.
So that was nice. But for the lawn seat, $40, but I got a seat for like $38 on StubHub. So I just said, I might as well just get a seat just in case because I didn't know who was all coming or whatever.
Yeah.
But so, we're in the lawn, it's a good time, but you can't see super close. So I go down, the right side of Amerisbank Amphitheater, like where like there's the concessions and then there's like some trees and then there's the seating, underneath.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm between the concessions and the trees, and there's a space where I can zoom in and take a video like really close to the stage.
Ooh.
And one of the attendants came over and like kind of like, okay, that's enough or whatever. And I didn't argue. I was like, oh yeah, no big deal or whatever. I didn't argue it, but I wanted to be like, you can't tell me I can't take a video out here. It's not like I went to a seat that I didn't pay for. I'm in the public area just because I can see the band closer being on the side of the stage in a public place where I can go. I don't think they should be able to tell me I can't film there, right?
Yeah, that seems a bit weird. I mean, you obviously paid to get into the stadium.
Right.
So what does he care if I'd be like, I'm in the front row. What does it matter if I record there, if I record here? Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't want a lot of people like loitering around that area.
I mean, I get it. Like you're kind of sidestepping getting a better seat. You're just like, oh, I'll just go on the lawn, then I can come down here or whatever. But I was there for 10 seconds or something. But I should have argued and been like, no, you can't tell me I can't stand here. This isn't like you got to pay extra to be here or whatever. So I was like, fuck that shit. But then I went down to my seat where I was like I paid for my seat. And it was great. Like I got some really good videos. And then I do that thing where I walk across, like, because I've already gone down to the next level because I got through with my ticket, and I walk across so I can get videos like right in the middle. So I just record it while I'm walking. And at the very end of the Train show, they go boom, and like all these like this confetti just is shooting out of these cannons in the middle of the crowd and stuff. It was like super cool. Did I send you that video?
Yeah, you sent me that looked so cool.
It was really awesome.
Oh my God, what a great show. I've never seen Bare Naked Ladies. I
haven't either. I didn't even know they were like touring or anything. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I had like 3 other people who were like, you went to Bare Naked Ladies? Why didn't you tell me? They're such a great show. I was like, I didn't know this was a well-known thing, or, that people go to Bare Naked Ladies, or they call it BNL. You went to BNL? Bare Naked Ladies?
Oh, they have like a following.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. Because I told somebody that I went to Train, or I was going to Train. I invited him, and he was like, nah, I got this going on or whatever. And then I had lunch with him like a couple days later, and he goes, man, I didn't know Bare Naked Ladies was there. You just said Train. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. But he would have went if I would have said Bare Naked Ladies was there. I was like, okay.
So funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Not my number one pick for a concert, but maybe I'd go see it.
Yeah, but it was a fun show. They did a lot of covers. They did like Pink Pony Club and some different, I can't remember which other ones, but yeah, it was a good show. I definitely recommend seeing them.
Wait, Bare Naked Ladies were doing the covers or Train?
Bare Naked Ladies, but Train did do a couple covers of something else. I can't remember, but they have so many hits that you don't realize.
Who opened for who?
Oh, Bare Naked Ladies open for Train.
Oh, okay.
Train has a ton of hits. Bare Naked Ladies has like 3
Oh, okay.
that I can think of, like Apple Man. Like that one that's like like that he just starts like it's almost like he's rapping. Like that's like one of their famous songs, but they have a couple others. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but yeah, they're a good show. So I took everybody home and Frank and I went to Cookout. Got some Cookout food. It's still good. Still good. Drunk food.
I love Cookout. I miss those chicky fingers and the French fries and those little, what are they, quesadillas?
Yeah.
Good.
Then Sunday, basically recover, went to the Sandy Springs Diner. And then we found out our friend Stephanie that we were saying earlier that we met in Mexico, but is, from Johns Creek, Alpharetta area.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend got bit by was it copperhead?
Yeah, copperhead snake.
Yeah. She was like, hey, we're going to the hospital right now. Al's like, so what had happened? What had happened was, she had, what kind of cat is it? Bengal cat?
Yeah.
It's not Bengali. It's not Bengali. It's Bengal.
No,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They have a cat door so the cat can go in and out. And apparently they think the snake got in through the cat door, right?
That's the first thing I asked. Is there a cat door? How did he get in? A window?
Yeah, you're right. She didn't even tell us that, but you guessed it.
I was like, how the heck does a copperhead snake? I mean, they can get into houses. There's holes, there's the piping, there's like plumbing and things like that. You hear stories in Florida, especially, but it's got to be a way that big thing got in.
Yeah, exactly. So she said, like, her cat was acting weird, like, like it was, when they see something like a mouse or something, and they're being like, they're like being goofy. She noticed that, and then she's like, holy shit, it's a snake. So I guess it sounded like her boyfriend got the snake, like, had a towel and got it like behind the head, and then took it outside. And then what happens? It like snapped back at him outside and bit him.
It sounded like when he was like releasing or putting it down, it snapped back at him, bit him on the finger.
Damn. Yeah.
Crazy.
So bit him on the finger. So they rushed him to the hospital. His hand and arm is just like swelling up. He had to go through like 16 hours of anti-venom. They gave him like anti-venom every hour for like 16 hours. Then they had to go. Then it what?
I thought you got bit and then they give you the anti-venom like shot or whatever, and it's like instantaneous. I thought it would just be, okay, you're good now, bye.
Yeah. No, I thought that as well. I had no idea, but then it wasn't getting better, and that they were saying he could possibly lose his hand or his finger, and then he had to go to the ICU, and he's been in there for like days now. So I don't know what's going, but
a different hospital now, like a specialist kind of hospital.
I mean, so crazy. So yeah, I hope he gets better, but I mean, he's in like finance, so I assume he types a lot, and I can't imagine trying to learn to type again without a pinky finger or even a hand, like just doing a one-hand thing or something.
His pinky, I think it was like his pointer, like his index finger too.
Oh, really? Well, the one that's all purple and stuff, it's his pinky finger.
Oh, okay. So yeah, maybe it did. Oh God, we're praying for you, Al. We're thinking of you and you, Steph, and we're just like hoping and praying everything goes okay. Like, it sounds like they have a good plan with the specialist now, but that's insane to be in your house and then you have to fight off a freaking copperhead. Those are very dangerous.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I hope he gets better, man. But yeah, sad. But yeah, you don't think about that. The crazy snakes, like I don't know if we saw one snake in Georgia, I think, but yeah, there's some dangerous ones.
I'm so thankful that of all the hikes we did, and especially with the dogs, with Tiger and Pharaoh, and like going in, like the park where you guys were at, where you dropped in for the hooch, and just like all the kudzu, like that ivy and everything everywhere. Thank God we never had an issue when we lived there for like 7-8 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but protecting his family.
Yes. Of course.
Stephanie's like, my hero. It's like,
he is a hero, because if that bit Frankie, their cat, he probably would not be here today.
No. Yeah.
It wouldn't have been good.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, we'll keep you posted how he's doing. But yeah, that's craziness. Update on the suitcase that Delta broke my wheel.
Oh, nice.
So I did finally find a replacement wheel. Ordered it on Amazon, $27. Got it replaced. They arrived. I put the new ones on. Boom, boom, boom. It works good now. So now I just got to get reimbursed for it. So
I'm so proud of you. That's the Mexico way. We don't, I know you said like, I don't want to just throw this whole suitcase away because one wheel is cracked. There's
Yeah.
got to be a better way than because Delta just wanted to replace the whole thing. But, I think living in Mexico, we think of those things more so now that it's just going to be sitting in a landfill or somebody's going to take it and do something stupid with it. So why not try and repair it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, babe.
Yeah. Thank you. So, on Wednesday was my birthday, my 43rd birthday.
43rd.
My 43rd.
Happy belated birthday again.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
So I was working the semifinal World Cup match for my birthday. It was very nice. Everybody, in the volunteer group, sang happy birthday to me. They had like these little, it was kind of funny. They had like these little signs that said it's my birthday. And it was like, did they just know that there was a lot of people's birthday? That just seems like a weird like station to set up in like a volunteer center. Like, what if it's people's birthdays? They should be able to take a photo with the thing, and then thinking those people would work on their birthday. Like I'm crazy and decided to work on my birthday for a volunteer thing. But
I think it's so cute. That little sign, it looked like almost like a little kid's birthday. Like,
yeah, oh, for sure.
Animals like, hey, it's my 4th birthday.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really nice. Everybody sang to me. But it was Argentina and England, and we're used to being around a lot of Argentinians from, Playa del Carmen. There's a big population there.
Yeah.
Me, not so much with the British. Like, I wasn't a fan of the English fans just because when they played Mexico, they were being shitty.
Yeah.
And then were they the ones that were like booing during the national anthem or something? Or no, maybe it was somebody else. Anyway, but just they weren't being very kind when we were watching the Mexico game. So I'm like, yeah, you're on my shit list right now.
Yeah.
But all the Argentina, number one with the Argentina fans at the Atlanta Stadium, not in the Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah.
I was very shocked. They did not have. I didn't see one person with mate. The little mate tea things that all the Argentinians drink.
Not even Messi. Messi wasn't walking around with his mate.
No. And I'm just talking about the fans. Like, I thought everybody would be walking around with little ones or something. They all had little vape pens. So maybe they have like mate vape pens or something.
Oh my God, that'd be so cute. Like a little travel one. They probably can't travel with that. They think it's like a smoking
But
device.
that's what I was thinking after the match. I'm like, man, this was a missed opportunity. We could have set up a little shop and sold hot mate there, or prepared, like ready to go, or rented out the little, I can't remember what you call the little containers.
Yeah.
But man, like they would have flocked. There were so many Argentina people there, like they would have flocked to that shit.
You did miss an opportunity.
Yeah, so that would have been a great money making opportunity. But I did notice a lot of the female fans, I don't know if they have bras in Argentina, because it was a tidbit nipply out. Everybody was nipping out. I was like, it's like 90 degrees out. Like, why is it so cold? Why is everybody so cold right now? It looks like crazy.
I mean, that stadium does get a little chilly because they pump the air in there. And then, yeah, I would agree. I would say that most of the Argentinian women that we know here are very busty. So maybe it's a, I don't know.
They're a good looking bunch. I won't lie about that.
Good looking bunch. I love you. Man on a podcast with his wife.
Yes. they all looked swell.
Really nice gals. Really like them.
There you go. But like I've said before in the other episodes, I do VIP transport. So I transport the VIP guests to, into the stadium, to their suites and whatever. So this one, obviously semifinal match, we had tons of VIPs. Like usually we just have like 4 convoys. We had like 12 or 13. Wow. And it's mainly like soccer ones, at least where we were. There was a lot of celebrities there, but like they didn't come in our gate. We have like the FIFA people and ex-players and some sports stars and celebrities and stuff. Like we had Cafu, who he used to play for Brazil. He played like 4 World Cups for Brazil. Kaká, who he played international. I think he played for Brazil as well. But we had him at Orlando City when they first became MLS.
That's right. I was like, why do I remember that name?
Yeah, because we didn't know how to say it. Like we were like, is this Kaká? Is this his last name? Shit, but it's Kaká.
We all kept going Kaká.
Yeah, and then there's all these people, like there's somebody, but you don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Like for instance, then there's a lot of like businessy looking guys that are like, oh, they're probably some kind of FIFA executives or whatever. There's this one guy, and I would not have known who he was, and he was talking to another guy, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "I'm the commissioner for the MLS." Like he's like the CEO of the MLS, basically. I think his name was like
Wow.
Don Garber or Graber or something. But it's like there's just like big wigs like there that you wouldn't know unless somebody told you who they are. But then there was basketball player. I'm sorry, I'm not a NBA fan. I don't pay attention to the NBA, so I don't really know all the new players or anything or good players. But there was Giannis, and I'm not going to be able to say his last name, but it's
Oh.
Antetokounmpo.
Oh, he's Greek.
Yeah, he's Greek.
Totally
Yeah,
Greek.
he's a black guy, but he's Greek. He was born in Athens, and they call him the Greek. They call him the Greek freak.
Love it. Oh my gosh.
And I talked to Patrick and Lindsay. I was like, "Hey, do you know who this guy is?" Because they're big NBA fans. And he's like, "Yeah, he's only like one of the top 5 players in the NBA. Like he's like a phenom." And I had like no fucking clue. So I rode in the elevator with him and his wife, and I got a little video. Like, and that was the other thing that was hard. Kaká and Cafu and everybody that was coming in, there was like some fans that started to realize, oh, this is where the famous people come in, and they're all taking pictures of them, and I just have to stand there, and I'm taking like weird like videos from below because I can't ask to take a photo with them because I'm working.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I took a little video of them, but then afterwards when I found out he's the Greek freak, I mean he's a black guy, so I was not thinking that he's Greek.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what a missed opportunity. I'm sitting in the elevator with him. I could have been like, hey, bro, like my wife's Greek, and then bust out the Yasu on my fucking arm. Like I got Greek on my arm.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I didn't even think, but I didn't know he was Greek at the time until somebody told me. But
was his wife Greek? Did she look Greek?
nah, I don't know. She looked black. So, I mean,
She looked black.
I mean, this guy looked black, but I think he's like half and half.
Oh, I gotcha. I mean,
not half and half, but like he was born in Athens.
that's great. I wish I was born in Athens.
I know, right? Yeah, where
Go back
is he?
to Athens. Please.
Yeah, he's 31, born in Athens.
Oh, I'm gonna look him up too. I want to see what this Greek freak. Why do they call him the Greek freak?
I think just because he's huge. Oh, he's half Nigerian, half Greek.
Oh, he is a big guy. Yeah.
Yeah, his
Miami Heat power forward.
yeah. But yeah, he's a big dude. But yeah, no, but super nice. He's a really nice guy. Yeah, so those are some of the people that we saw. And this is the last match in Atlanta, so I'm like, it's my birthday. I'm gonna see the match. So I snuck back up into the stadium, watched the match there. I didn't get as good as like location as I did before because it was a lot busier, so there wasn't as many open spaces where I could like hang out and watch, But so basically after the match, go back to my post, and like I said, I take the VIP guests, from their car up the elevator into the stadium, or vice versa. We're standing there at the bottom, and then they come down the elevator. So this elevator is in the red deck, and we have to shut it down for the VIP and the VVIP guests. And people like lose their fucking mind. Like, well, I came down this elevator. Like, why can't I go back up it? And I was like, it's shut down right now. We're just doing down because it's so fucking slow. Like, it will take like 20 minutes if you keep going up and down. But they're just going from the 3rd floor to the 2nd floor. And so we're trying to keep it clear so we can get like the important people out of there before all the people start coming in like hounding them or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but people don't like to be told what to do apparently. And yeah, and there's another elevator. It's very close. I'm just like, you can go up that one. This one's just for down right now.
I'd be like, bro, I'm just doing my job. We're told only down. Like, don't hate the messenger.
Yeah, exactly. So, and after the game is the worst because people are trying to go back to their cars and go up, but we're trying to bring the VIP guests down. And then also half of them are pissed because their team lost. The other half are super excited because their team won, and all of them are drunk. So they're all not listening to reason or anything.
Oh my gosh. Or to you, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. So this guy, British kid, I mean, he was probably 25, 26 or something like that. Not like a kid, but he comes up, and most people come up and say, hey, I need to, I need to go to the elevator. And I always say, where are you trying to go? Because if they say, oh, I'm going to Centennial Park. Okay, you see that elevator over there? You take that, go to level 8 and walk straight out, go down to Centennial Park. Or, oh, you're trying to go into this gate? Okay, go take this elevator, go up to level 4, or you're going to MARTA, go to level 4 here, whatever. So I'm telling them where to go because they don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
This guy comes up and he goes, I need to go up this elevator. My dad's up there. And I was like, okay, well, hey, unfortunately, this is just coming down right now. We're bringing the VIP guests down. You can go up the stairs right here, or you can go into the, this elevator over here. And he goes, well, if it comes down, it has to go back up then. And I was like, yeah, but then it gets stuck, because you're going to level 5 and we're trying to go to, 3 or whatever. And he's like, that's fucking bullshit. You fucking wanker. You fucking wanker. I was like, and I love when they say that because it's like, it's not offensive to me. It's just funny. Like, I don't know if like it's calling somebody a fuckface or something, but like wanker is just hilarious.
That's a cute word. You're a wanker too.
And then, so I was like, bro, I was like, you can use the stairs. It'll be fine. And he's like, I'm going to see you here in 10 minutes. And then we're going to have some fucking words.
Oh,
and he's like, you better watch out, and then he goes up the stairs. And then, so we have another staff member that's in the elevator, like helping bring the VIPs up and down. Maybe 10, 15 minutes later, he comes down and I'm standing there. And this lady comes out, that works with us. And he's like, oh, hey, what's going on? Whoa, look, I came down the elevator. Look, it works, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, you can come down it. It was just, we're not letting people go up it right now. And
obviously, you missed your whole spiel.
Exactly. And the lady is like, and he's drunk. I mean, like I can smell the alcohol on him.
Yeah.
And the lady's like, yeah, we heard about it all the way down, and whatever. And so I was like, I'm sorry, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm a volunteer. This is like what they told me to do, And he was like, you fucking prick. He's like, if it goes down, it has to go back up. So I could have just rode it up. And I was like, that's just what they told me to do. And he's with his dad at this point. I was thinking his dad was like handicapped or something like that. No, his dad was just there and it was just drunk. I don't know. I had to go up to see his dad. And he starts getting kind of in my face. And, I have my lanyard on with my, my credentials, my name and everything. And he starts like reaching out and trying to grab my lanyard. And then he's like touching me. So I was like, hey, bro, I was like, don't touch me. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, this is the way you need to go, Bo. And I was like, don't touch me. And then he starts getting in my face. He's like, you fucking prick, you fucking wanker. And then his dad is drunk too. And then when he is grabbing my lanyard, trying to find, he's like, what's your name? I'm going to fucking report you to FIFA and blah, blah, blah. He's grabbing my lanyard and I'm taking my lanyard and turning it over. I'm not touching him. I have my hands up like, hey, bro, I said, don't touch me. Yeah. And the dad goes, don't fucking touch my son. And at first I was like,
are you both like insane?
Yeah, they're both drunk. But I was like, your son is touching me. Like, I thought he would go, hey, bro, like, hey, son, like, relax or whatever, it was like, I'm just standing there. And then the lady was like, okay, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, what's your name? And he trying to grab my lanyard. So I turn it over and he looked and he goes, Nathan Harrison. I'm going to remember that. And I was like, okay, you do. Please remember Nathan Harrison. It was like, yes, that is my name, Nathan Harrison. And he had a Beckham jersey on. And then the lady was starting to get like, okay, this is getting out of hand. So she goes, hey, security, like trying to get security to come over because he was touching me. He starts walking away. And then the lady that was with me, she was like, oh, what's your name? Beckham? He's like, yeah, that's my fucking name, Beckham. Blah, blah, blah. He was like trying to make fun of her, but we were making fun of him because he read my name wrong or whatever. Yeah. But anyway, I mean, he was mad because their team lost. He came all the way across the pond to watch his fucking team lose to Messi. And so he was just mad and drunk. But it was just like, bro, it was like, I'm a volunteer and I want to be like, and I also feel like his dad said something because he probably thought I was about to do something. But if that lady wasn't there, I mean, bro, I'm a volunteer. I'm bigger than you. I will knock your fucking ass out. And I was hoping afterwards that I would run into this fucking kid because there was plenty of fights going on around the stadium and I would not have a problem hitting this dude. Like, what are they going to do? Fire me from my non-paid job?
I would love to hear this guy's story the next day. Fucking Nathan Harrison. I'm going to find him. He's in Atlanta somewhere. I'm going to hunt him down. And he's just an idiot. Oh,
yeah.
They're going to tell that tale forever.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Or he might not even remember it. Who knows? But yeah, I was just like, dude, like fucking relax, bro. Like I didn't do anything to you.
I mean, I can understand that your team just lost one of the biggest games before the big game, but like, that's not your fault. And yeah, the elevator does go up. That's not what I was saying. You could ride it up to 3, but you can't go past that.
Yeah, that's the thing, because then it goes up to 5 or 6, and then it takes and then somebody grabs and hits the button at 4, and they want to go up to 6, and then it's like, and then it just keeps bouncing up and down, and it never comes back down. So that's the point.
Why does the brand spanking new Atlanta stadium not have good elevators? Why does it take that long?
Well, these are like the red and orange deck are underneath this, like
Oh, that's right.
underneath the stadium. So these were the actual parking decks for the Georgia Dome.
Ah,
So like they were always there because I was stationed right by the backyard where the Georgia Dome used to be.
was it like the Gulch?
The Gulch is actually, that's called Centennial Yards now. There's like
Oh,
bars and hotels and resident, like it's super fucking nice over there now.
wow.
But no, that was the Gulch. That was like where the parking was. But yeah, it's called the Home Depot backyard, and it's like where they do events before a lot of the games.
Oh, love it. They were like,
Yeah.
you guys can't tailgate here anymore. We got to turn it into something.
Yeah. But so I leave, and this is my birthday, so I'm like, it was fun to work the match, but then it was like it took up most of my day. So I was there from noon to 6. I get off at 6, and I'm like, I was trying to get something together, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go have a beer and go back home. So I messaged my buddy Ale Sharpton, and he's over at Atlantucky. He's over at Atlantucky, which is Nappy Roots' brewery. And I did a beer chug with them right before I left at their brewery, and they hadn't opened up yet or anything. They're still getting it going. So I go over there, and it was super cool. Like they were so like, I mean, Nappy Roots is there. Like Scales like invited me in, and he's like, "Hey, bro," he's like, "You want a beer?" You know, like got me a beer right away, and we're taking pictures, and then we go out in the balcony and we're smoking a blunt, and I was like, "This is a fucking great birthday!" Like I'm at the world. I went to the World Cup, and then I came over here, and I'm smoking with Nappy Roots and drinking, and it was a good time, but. There was a lot of fights around the stadium, not even just between England and Argentina. Some of them were like Argentina on Argentina. Like they got some crazy fans. I did not realize like they're a little wild.
Oh, very wild. I mean, that just watching it on TV, the stadium sounded so loud.
Yeah, they're very. I mean, they're good supporters for sure. I mean, of their team. But it was so funny. Like when I'm walking over to Atlantucky, I'm wearing my volunteer like uniform and everything, and everybody's trying to buy it off me. They're all like, "Hey bro, like, oh, let's trade jerseys." Like they wanted to trade me an Argentina jersey for which I should have done because I only have 4. I have 4 of those shirts. But I was like, nah, man, I still got to work. Like I had something yesterday, and then we got the match on Sunday that we have to wear our uniform for some reason, even though it's not in Atlanta, but that's whatever. But yeah, so then I'm, hanging out at Atlantucky, and then this other dude comes in, and everybody's like, "Hey, what's up?" And fist bump. And so I fist bump this guy, and then Ale's like, "Oh, that's DJ Hurricane who produced the Beastie Boys album or DJ'd the Beastie Boys album, right?" I was like, "No, I had no idea." But I need to ask Ale, what is the Atlanta black guy handshake? Because I felt like I looked like such a white guy. I mean, I am a white guy, but in Mexico, so I had to learn the Mexico handshake. What they do is they slap and then they fist bump right after that. So they do a little slap, slide, fist bump. Or another weird one they do is you go in for a fist bump and they do a hand over it. Like, like they put their hand up. Ever notice that at like Eshkatik? Like I go up for a fist bump sometimes and they do the hand. Shlomi did that to me one time, our landlord. And I thought like he just fucked up, like thought I was going to do a high five. But then like 3 other Mexicans have done that to me. So anyway, so I know the Mexican handshakes, but I was trying to do that to the black guys because I thought that would be like the cool slap and then fist bump. And they're doing like some are like dabbing me up and some are just like, doing different things. And I'm like, I just felt like such an idiot. So I got to like get back in with the Atlanta crew and figure out how to do a handshake right.
Oh my gosh, you should have taught them the Mexican handshake. Be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I fucked that up, buddy, but let me show you what we do down in Mexico."
Yeah, I just didn't even want to call it out because I felt like so awkward of messing up the handshake anyway.
I don't think people look at that kind of, it's the same thing here. Like when, as a female too, like when you hug and do different things, everybody does something different. Some people are kissing me on the cheek. Some people are just cheek to cheek. Some are hugging me. Some aren't. It's like, just, I don't know, make up your mind.
But it looks different when it's Nate, the only white guy with 10 black dudes, and they're all doing their handshakes, boom, 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 like seamlessly, and they look cool doing it. And I'm just like, hey,
Oh my God.
I'm like, do I do the slide? Yeah. No, they probably didn't think anything. They're like, another fucking dirty ass white guy. But it is what it is. But no, they're super nice, and yeah, definitely go down there. It's like a 7-8 minute walk from the Atlanta Stadium, so.
That's
super
great.
close.
I was talking to your brother, and because you sent the photo of you with Nappy Roots and Ale and all them. And we didn't know what the ATLKY was behind there because I had never been to that brewery. So we
Mhm.
were looking up that they all went to school together in
Yeah,
Kentucky. That's so cool.
in Kentucky. Yeah, that's why it's Atlantucky. So it's
Yeah.
Atlanta and Kentucky.
That's great. Oh my gosh. I
And
was like, where is he? Why does it say Kentucky behind it?
yeah. But it was funny. So like when I went there, I brought a change of clothes so I could get out of my volunteer uniform. And I just brought my Mexico shirt. And so when I was riding the MARTA home, everybody's wearing like Argentina or England or whatever, and I'm the only guy with a Mexico shirt on. And there was this one dude, and I'm standing by the door just holding on the pole, and this dude gets off, and he's a Hispanic guy, and he gets off, and while he walks by me, he goes, "Viva Mexico." He just said that like in my ear really quick and then got off. And I was like, and before I could say anything, he was already gone, but I was like, oh, that's funny.
We need to learn, like, when people, that's not the first time someone's done that to us. Like, what do we do back if we can't yell Viva Mexico? Or I guess you're just supposed to yell Viva Mexico.
Yeah. It was just too far gone, but it was good. And then after that, went up to took Marta back to the car, went to Roswell, went to Spiced Right, got some barbecue. I was like, I want some barbecue, but it was like 8:20 by that point, and all the barbecue places closed at 9, so I just had to get in there real quick. And I mean, they were great. They let us sit out on the patio after they closed and everything and finish our food. So yeah, it was good. And then and then I went back to the house, and Steve and Donna, I mean, they came to eat barbecue with me, but they got me a cookie cake, and I think it says, was it cheers to 43 years, and it had 2 like beer mugs on it. I was like, oh, that's so nice.
I love a good cookie cake. They actually reached out to me and they're like, what's Nate's favorite cake? And I'm like, I don't think he's picky. I'm not picky either. I'll eat any kind of cake. So I was like, just something yummy.
Yeah.
He's not picky. He's not going to go, oh, I don't like this cake. I was like, maybe nothing fruity. Maybe something more,
Yeah.
birthday savory.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, I want to do a quick getting high with the Hansons. Are you able to hit the button, or is it too far?
Yeah, let me see which one it is, though. Don't fuck with me.
Not that one. Not that one. There you go.
Get high with the Hansons.
All right, getting high with the Hansons. Okay, so this is just be a quick one. I just wanted your opinion, and that you probably have the answer for this, but I was watching a video of Tosh. Remember Daniel Tosh from Tosh.0?
Oh God, yeah.
So he has a podcast. I've never seen his podcast, but I see his clips on TikTok.
Okay.
And he had this girl on, and he was talking about how they dispose of a dead horse. Like, if your horse dies, like, what do you do? Like, it weighs like thousands of pounds, like, what do you do with the horse?
Yeah.
And I can't remember what he said, like what he was saying, but then I was thinking about it, like, like horses have manes and they have tails. What is in a horse tail? This is my high question.
Oh.
Is there something in it? Like, is there a tail like a dog, or is it just hair just coming out of a hole in their butt?
I had no idea where this was going.
Yeah, you didn't see this coming, did you?
I did not see this coming. No, I think it's kind of like a dog tail. It's got like the muscle and cartilage to a certain point, and then for some reason, long hair grows from it. Like it's not all the way down. It doesn't have this weird droopy thing like a horse tail, or like a dog's tail. But I think it goes to a certain point, and then it goes.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen like you've seen a dog tail, like even with dogs with like long furry tails, like you see ones with like skinny tails. So, but I've never seen an actual horse tail. Like sometimes they'll braid the horse tail to get, the like French braided if it's in a show or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking even when they do that, I don't see a tail. Like I don't see like a physical, like little bony tail thing. Are you looking it up?
I am. Do you want me to tell you what chat says?
Yeah. Tell me what they say.
It is just a hole in their butt that hair comes out of. No, I'm kidding.
What? Oh my God. You fucking blew my mind.
It said, yes, a horse has a tailbone just like a dog, but it's hidden beneath the long tail hair. So
I wonder how long it is. Does it say how long the tail is?
Tail vertebrae. Horses typically have 15 to 21 small bones that make up.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. How long is the bone?
You know what? I guess that makes sense because when you think about it, a zebra has like a tail, like an actual tail.
Yeah,
right?
true. They do.
And I think zebras and horses are like somewhat related. So that kind of makes sense.
I just figured there has to be something in there because you always, when there's flies around, you see them whip their tail like.
Well,
like,
that's
get
why
away.
that's why I had that question, because I was like, how are they controlling that? Like, is it just like a thing in their butt that they're like doing that, and then because the hair's flying around, but you never see like a tail in there, like, it doesn't peek out when the hair's flying by.
It's at the bony part of a horse's tail, and the tail is the vertebrae inside the dock. I don't know what that means, but they can range from 18 to 24 inches long on average. Oh my gosh.
Damn,
That's long.
no idea.
You got all that bone, and then you got all that. I think it's funny that they grow really long hair. It's only like their mane and then their tail that's like, normal strands of hair. That's
Like,
great.
what's the benefit of a mane? Like usually there's a reason why things like evolve or adapt, like features on an animal.
Yeah.
What is the mane doing? Like the tail I get because you got to fly, like swat flies away and stuff.
I
Like, is
feel
the
like
mane just to look sexy?
maybe it's just to be like Fabio or something. It's got to have something to like keep something away, or just
But I don't think they can like control their mane. So it's just like, I think it's just so that they look fucking magnificent when they're, running in the wind.
Yes, they're just like I just think of My Little Pony, and I would always brush their hair, and I'm like, why does it always go to one side? It's so weird. Not okay. It says a horse's mane and tail have several reasons, not just to look beautiful. Protection from insects is the biggest one. Protection from weather, communication. They use it to communicate, and protection while running through brush, and then also sexual selection. So
See, that's what I'm saying. Looking sexy.
Not
I
just to
don't,
look pretty.
I don't believe that other shit. Like bugs, like it's keeping what from bugs? The 4 inches on each side of their neck or something. Like they got their whole body. Why wouldn't they have all their hair be long? Like, I don't know. That seems weird.
Seems more like their mane also helps in sex. Okay, it keeps away from their neck and shoulders and their face. I don't know. It's weird. You should ask Lindsay Marie. You're there. She's the horse girl. She's our horse friend.
I know. I gotta ask her after I get out of here. You know who my favorite horse rapper is?
Who?
Gucci Mane.
Gucci
Mane. Hey, getting high with the Hansons. We got high jokes as well. Sorry.
We do.
All right. Well, on that note, let's get the fuck out of here. This is our last remote, so I'm excited. Next week, I will be back in Mexico.
I can't wait. You'll be home. Hurry up. Quemonito is making me nuts.
Yeah, I bet. So excited to see you guys.
Yes.
Had a great birthday. So, yeah.
Good. Happy 43rd birthday.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for the wishes, and, anybody who bought beers and everything like that. If you'd still like to buy me a birthday beer, buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on hiatus. You can buy some virtual birthday beers there. HansonsOnHiatus.com. We got the merch shop. We got all the links to the podcast. If you guys are enjoying the show and you think maybe some of your friends and family would like it as well, please send them the link. We'd greatly appreciate that. You can become a monthly Fucky supporter. We got the store up there. And it's all a one-stop shop there at HansonsOnHiatus.com. As usual, like, follow, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday, fuckers.
Happy Friday, fuckies.
That's it. Thanks for listening. Goodbye for now. Bye.